Packer Nation morning, guys and dolls. Yeah, it's a big time Tuesday morning. This is going to be one of those weeks that seems to take forever. So Packers got a big matchup against the Cowboys coming up very soon. Well, it doesn't feel like it's soon because it's only Tuesday, but tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be getting there. Let me know who you are, where you're coming at me from, and we'll do a little Packer Nation roll call as we get started. We're going to review a few things I saw in the previous meeting with the Cowboys that I think jumped out at me. But of course, the first things first today, I see Tony, Mike, and Andrew on there. Ryan says, what up? Jordy Nelson's out of the hospital, guys. Anybody happy about that? Just hit that heart button right now if you're happy about that and you're not driving. Andrew, Anthony, Tom, and Marley are here. Alejandro is here as well from Texas, holding down the Packer fort in Texas. Hey there, Wade and Jacob from Iowa and Oregon, respectively. Maurice is coming at us from his bedroom, which means apparently, maybe you work from home, but, I mean, come on, don't rub it in, dude. Relaxing, chilling out a little bit. Giselle and Justin and Leo are here with Kelsey as well. Says, beat those Cowgirls, already ready for a fight. My connection's already given me a little. Yesterday we had like the Kung Fu Theater sort of thing going. We'll see what happens today. Jennifer, Tim, Donnie, and Derek are here as well. Good to see you guys. Yeah. As you can probably see over my shoulder, I've been checking out the initial meeting in week 6. Cowboys versus Packers. Some things really jumped out at me. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But right now, hey Jeff, hey Candy, John, and Wade. I think I already gave Wade a shout out, so you get to double up. Lone Packer in Dallas. Hey, if you're in Dallas, let Wade know he's not alone. Must feel alone there. But Jordy Nelson out of the hospital, that's one good thing. The story is this. They're going to rehab him this week, and he's going to try to go, folks, for the game against the Cowboys. So to my mind, and again, there's no details really coming out, but that does tell me that he must not have lacerated any internal organs, because that does not, you can't rehab that, okay? So I'm expecting that. Again, I'm no doctor, so you got to take my thoughts with a grain of salt, but that definitely says that to me. Do I expect him to go? I don't know. I mean, we'll get into it later. Jordy Nelson was one of our leading receivers last time we faced the Cowboys, but he only had 5 catches for 68 yards in that game, guys. This was one of those Aaron Rodgers missing passes, wide receivers dropping catches kind of a game, folks. If we clear some things up, we scored, 16 points against the Cowboys last time around. We didn't even score in the second half. Well, maybe we did. But for crying out loud, I mean, I guess we scored 10 in the second half. It was, we had 6 early on. A couple field goals is all we got out of the first half. This is going to be a very different game offensively for us, I think. But, yes, Jordy Nelson is going to be, and I know there are going to be people jumping on later and asking about it. I'll probably have to answer it about 3 times today because everybody wants to know what's up with Jordy. And he's going to rehab. He's going to be in the rehab group, and they're going to see if he can go. This kind of a rib injury, though, he's going to hurt. He's going to be hurting no matter what, I think. So we'll see. And Jerry says if he can practice Saturday, he can play Sunday, but it's rough. And that's exactly what I would say. So no big-time expectations, but hopes. So that's a good thing. However, this Packer team doesn't. I don't want to sound like I don't want Jordy to play in this game, but this Packer team doesn't need Jordy Nelson to win this game. Jordy just filed a handful of catches, and just a handful of catches in the initial meeting, and with Geronimo Allison, and even worst case scenario, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. We have somebody else go by the wayside. We can rotate Monty in. We've got Jeff Janis, et cetera, et cetera. We were able to play well against the Arizona Cardinals when Randall Cobb had to go to the hospital. So we are going to score some points in this game, I think. I think it's going to be a different ball game in terms of our offensive production. I think it's going to be extremely different. the Packers were able to run the ball with Eddie Lacy. That is the one big offensive difference I see, aside from the possibility of Jordy Nelson not being able to play in this game, is our best offensive player in the initial meeting against the Cowboys was Eddie Lacy. Now, we struggled and that was his last game of the 2016 season and possibly his last game as a Packer. However, we have had time, and what we've found is we found a solution to the running game. So I'm not concerned about the running game so much, because what we saw, Eddie Lacy was fairly consistently successful on the stretch play and the outside zone, I think, in this game. I think Christine Michael can have a big game against the Cowboys on fast turf. And, we haven't had a chance to truly see him shine. He had about 10 carries in the last game. He was my dark horse. He showed us something, I think. Christine Michael, on that stretch play or outside zone, we can have Ripkowski in the power game. This Packers team can do enough running the ball. Our offensive line can overpower the Dallas Cowboys D-line in both the run and the pass. And Israel says, score early and often and stop Elliott. And I agree. Scoring early is absolutely imperative. We had 2 field goals in the first half against the Cowboys in the initial meeting. We've got to do better than that. Think about the Detroit game when we started off slow. The crowd got loud. We called it the whole week. We needed a fast start, not only to get points on the board, but also to quiet the crowd down. In the Detroit game, look at all the penalties that started to duplicate and magnify themselves and reared their ugly head. And before we knew it, we were in a struggle going into the half. This is a different team. This is a different offense. But you look just a few games back, and we struggled early on against the Detroit Lions. So we have to get a fast start. We're going to need a mix of the pass and the run. But our offensive line can overpower the Cowboys in all phases of the game, and they are going to be ready to go. I'll tell you something, that Giants D-line did absolutely everything they could, and they did a good job in the first half against the Packers. They were able to maintain, your DNs stay parallel, and they collapse the pocket and don't let Aaron Rodgers escape. Even when we weren't playing in sync offensively, Aaron Rodgers' movement in the pocket in the initial meeting against the Cowboys was very similar to Aaron Rodgers' movement in the pocket when we've seen him absolutely light teams up. The only reason we didn't light teams up the first time we played light the Cowboys up the first time around was because Aaron Rodgers was not hitting those passes. And we had Devontae Adams dropping balls, Jordy Nelson dropping balls. So this can be a very, very different game offensively. Luis says, I think our defense can make more plays. So let's talk about the defense. The initial meeting against the Cowboys, our defense was as unsound fundamentally as it has been all season long. You saw Ladarius Gunter getting turned around. It was one of his bad games and completely burned. Gunter is this is the film, this is one of the film cut-ups that they're watching is this very game that's playing right over my shoulder here, folks. And Ladarius Gunter is going to have a better game. Corrections in place. Dan says, go Pack. Robert says, man, thank you. I appreciate that. I love having you guys on, man. This is the best part of my day. And guys, I promise you right now, if we clean up the offense and we don't have the penalties when we get a fast start, and on defense, if we just play fundamentally better than we did in the initial meeting, we got a chance against these Cowboys now. And I know some of you can give me a thumbs up for that. This is got to be a win, guys. I'm sorry. Mic drop, walk away. We have to will this team to victory. And I think Virginia got on, maybe it was in Fire Fan or on the Facebook page, but when is going to be adversity in this game. And when it comes along, we as fans are not going to turn on our team. When adversity comes along, we are not going to turn on our team. We're going to turn on the juice, guys. I am so freaking stoked this morning. Hit the thumbs up button if you are just out of your mind stoked for this game. This team is becoming a team of destiny. Sunday is just the next step. On offense, Aaron Rodgers shows he is the MVP. Nelson or no, we overpower them and outplay them offensively. Our offensive line is going to decimate this defense. They are not going to know which way is up by the end of this game. On defense, we're going to clear a few things up. We're going to do what it takes to stop Prescott early. We got to watch him out of the backfield as well. Keep that in mind, folks. Play a fundamentally sound defensive ball game, knowing that these guys have weapons, but keep them out of the end zone a few times. Force them to kick a couple field goals. Guys, we're going to go down there. We're going to show them what's what. And we're going to, all the national pundits, hardly any of them out there are going to give the Packers a chance in this game. And it's time to push this one forward one more game. Hashtag run the new table. This team can get it done. Aaron Rodgers can get it done. Ty Montgomery in the backfield. Aaron Ripkowski in the backfield. We can get those 3rd and 1s against this team. The Giants posed a huge challenge. I just said challenge. It sounded funny. And Luis says, vintage Rodgers. Hey, listen, guys. I watched the game, the initial meeting. There were flashes. There were flashes of the Aaron Rodgers that we're seeing right now. It just wasn't consistent during the game. And when we needed it, he wasn't there, or a receiver would drop the ball. These Cowboys, if they're not sitting there watching this game film and going, holy crap, we better be careful right now, then they are going to get jobbed. Look at the scoring we did against the Giants, guys. 38 points against the Giants, D. Now, I got to give credit to Marinelli and whatever. This is a defense. It's a no-name defense, but they stay in position. And what they try to do is just they play it the same way we do. It's a bend, don't break type of a system. Stay in position and see what happens. But right now, heart me if you agree, bend, don't break defenses do not work against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay offense right now. It does not work. It just doesn't. Aaron Rodgers is playing too well, and we have too many weapons. It just doesn't. It's not going to work for them. To win, and this is why the overused cliche comes in that defenses win championships. This is why it comes in. Because when you get to this level, you have to have a defense that is more than just bend, don't break. Now, does that cause concern for Packers fans? Yes, but we have some players. We're not a no-name defense. Hey, guys, remember, does anybody remember? I'm going to call this back just in case you don't, because it's gonna make your day, I think. It's Tuesday. I want to do something for you. Remember the initial meeting against the Cowboys? I'm rubbing my hands together. Julius Peppers around the outside against Free. Knocks the ball loose from Dak Prescott. It goes flying up in the air. Joe Thomas interception off the Julius Peppers knockout, guys. Our defense tends to play bend, don't break, but we are more than just a bend, don't break defense. We have some serious players, guys, in the front. Now, they have a great offensive line. It's going to be a challenge. But listen, guys, I take our offensive line in pass pro over theirs. I said this yesterday, I know. Julius Peppers going to have a big game, I think. Mike Daniels is ready for a fight, guys. So is LaTroy Guion. All right, guys, emoji me your thoughts on the release of Pennell. Couple of suspensions, and he comes back. Could have gotten reinstated. I was texting back and forth with my cousin in Madison, And I think I said it just doesn't seem like the team really is concerned about getting him back right now. And sure enough, they turn around and release him. Maurice says it's good. Yeah, I don't feel like we lose much. And Jeff's comment was it'd be nice to have an extra guy in the rotation, which I completely agree with. That's the value I saw in him at that point too. So I agree with that. But I'm not concerned about it. These guys have been playing together for a while. Kenny Clark is coming on. And Dayton Jones had his hand in the ground a little bit. We're going to need our big guys. I mean, I would say this. This is what I will say, all right? It would have been nice to have Pennell for this game because of the brute force of the offensive line. We're going to need our big bodies in there quite a bit in this game. Now, if they can force the ball down our throat, those big bodies are going to tire out, and it's going to be a domino effect. We have to force them into third and longs. We've got to find a way in the early downs to get them in a hole where they have to let Dak Prescott try to win this game for him. He's doing a fantastic job, but we can get to him. We can get to him. Another thing we didn't play fundamentally sound, and I mean, for crying out loud, I know we're going to get this corrected. We didn't set the edge in this game, guys. Dak Prescott caught Kyler Fackrell inside on a read option. You can't do that. You got to set the edge. You got to play outside in that situation. We're going to get that corrected. That happened at least twice. We're going to get that corrected, boys and girls. I usually say guys because I mean both, so I sort of misspoke there. But Bill is on, my buddy Bill Harkins. One of the coolest guys you'll ever meet. Fantastic cook. Maybe one of these days Bill and I can do a tailgating recipe together or something. Bill Harkins, he will never divulge the secret, but he makes the best chili on the entire planet US of Earth. Good to see you, buddy. John says, I'm back. What's up? Hey, we're happy that Jordy Nelson has an outside chance of playing. Mostly we're just happy that he's okay. None of his internal organs apparently were damaged. Maybe bruised, I don't know, but he's going to rehab and have a chance to come back, have a chance to practice Saturday. James is here from Oregon. Brown is here. Haven't seen you for a while. Giving a little love to everyone. You guys, it seems like is anybody else out there want to already make your prediction for this game? Like, it seems like Prediction Friday is a year away right now. But I'm trying to keep you guys informed. I'm trying to give you guys a little tidbit to help you move forward. And one of the things, and I'm probably going to do this like every Tuesday, especially, now again, hopefully we have another Tuesday to go. But we have played each and every one of these NFC playoff teams before. And we've beaten in Atlanta we lost by 1 point. This Cowboys game is huge. This is the team that really embarrassed us. But give me a thumbs up right now if you have a sense that this Packers team is going to be gunning and want blood. It's the same reason that I don't want to see the Seattle Seahawks, frankly, in this playoff. I want Seattle to go down, or I don't want Seattle to go down and beat the Falcons. I'd rather play the Falcons in Atlanta because I feel like they're going to be pissed off, and their defense. It's the same reason I think the Packers can go in and win this game. This Packers team is ticked off and frankly a little bit embarrassed to lose, not just to lose, but lose big, 16-30. And to lose in front of a Lambeau Field crowd. I was looking back on this game, and I don't know if my buddy the Cigar Soldier's on right now, Garth. But Garth and I, early before the season began, he had gotten on while we were having the live show during training camp, and he contacted me and said, "Guys, dude, let's get you to a game. Let's get it done." And he said, "Just look at the schedule and let me know which ones look good for you." Guess which game my first initial thought was in this, when I looked at the schedule, was I want to go see the Packers play the Cowboys at home because we always beat the Cowboys at Lambeau. And the scheduling didn't work out. guess how happy I was that I went to the Seattle game as opposed to the Dallas game. I'm looking back, hindsight's 2020. I was very happy. And Jacob's making a good point. Jacob says either way, if we go to Seattle, we can win, and I agree. But I prefer to go down to Atlanta and let Aaron Rodgers swing it around like he historically does against the Falcons. But yeah, guys, this team, we need to take this next step. It's hard to describe because there's a vibe. Like, there's a vibe right now. Aaron Rodgers is playing at as high a level. Mike McCarthy was asked in the press conference, is this the best that that you've ever seen Aaron Rodgers play? I'm going to tell you what I love about his answer. I absolutely love the fact that Mike McCarthy, even as good as Aaron Rodgers is playing, he had to go back, and there were several other streaks and runs that immediately popped up to Mike McCarthy. And McCarthy says he's playing as well as I've ever seen him, but hey, there was this streak, and we're spoiled to have Aaron Rodgers playing at the level that he continues to play at. He's been doing it for a long time, and Aaron Rodgers knows what it takes to win it all, folks. Clay Matthews knows what it takes to win it all. Julius Peppers has been here before and come up short. He's been to a championship game with Carolina, and he's been to an NFC championship game with the Bears in which the Packers spanked them. He knows the bitterness, and he knows this game against the Cowboys, what it's going to take to win it. LB says, seal the edges on defense. Yeah, we were talking about that. Extremely important. And we didn't play fundamentally sound the first time around. That's why it's good that we've got a second time around. It's great that we have film footage of this very team. Here's the thing, guys. This is one of the things I'm looking at in this game, okay? And you can thumbs up me if you agree, because you guys watched us play this game as well. All right, let's look at the Cowboys first. What has changed about the Dallas Cowboys from the first game they played in 2016? I mean, Dak Prescott came on the scene. He has played well the whole way through and never gotten hurt. Ezekiel Elliott has played well the whole way through and never gotten hurt. Their offensive line has played well all the way through. I'm sure they've had some guys banged up. I don't have the injury report, but basically they're healthy and consistent. Their defense is kind of a no-name defense, but they've been playing, reasonably good defense. Nothing about the Cowboys has changed since the last time we met these folks. Now ask yourself that same question about the Packers. What has changed? Aaron Rodgers in the initial meeting was out of sync. Our wide receiver group in the initial meeting wasn't dropping balls. Our running back situation was actually, you might consider it better, but our running back situation was it was Eddie Lacy all day long and nobody else. Well, now we've got Aaron Rodgers. He knows when he has to run it. We've got Aaron Ripkowski for short distance in the power game. And we've got Ty Montgomery, who can press them on the edges and beat them to the edges. Not only beating them to the edges, but then they've got to loosen up the D a little bit. And Aaron Ripkowski can go straight up the middle, or so can Ty Montgomery. But again, the name I'm looking for in this game is Christine Michael. The one concern I have about Michael in this game, I hope that they have him solidly penciled into this game plan and give him a good chance. Because as fast as he can hit the hole faster than Eddie Lacy. And Eddie Lacy had huge success against the Cowboys, and he was hurt. Christine Michael has a chance. The one concern I have is that he won't be patient and he won't wait for the hole before he hits it. Our Packer offense has changed dramatically. Our Packer defense has not. I would say maybe we're about the same. But our front, our linebacking core, we've got more experience. Kyler Fackrell not making those mistakes. And we've got Julius Peppers and Clay Matthews turning it on in the playoffs. They know what it takes. So we've changed on defense as well. Cowboys, they are a static team and they're a very good. They've been playing at a high level all year long. But this Packers team is different. And I think it's going to be extremely important. So folks, it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a tough game. There's going to be adversity. But I think the Packers team can get it done. Yeah, I want to look at the past, the initial meeting, the Week 6 meeting today. I'm going to roll up, look at some comments. Bill says Allison will be a factor, and I agree. I am, if you were going to ask me, I wouldn't expect Jordy to be able to go in this one. Geronimo Allison. They're going to then turn their focus on Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb, perhaps, once he gets hot, because Cobb's also going to have a good game. I think Geronimo Allison has his opportunities. If you look at, a lot of people very high on Geronimo Allison. One of the things, I've looked at this guy very carefully, and one of the things I didn't mention when I was on Railbird Central that I meant to was Geronimo Allison, and this is, all you got to do is watch his play. He is very much the beneficiary of being considered a third receiver and having matchups that show the third receiver. But we've said all year long, since training camp, I've been looking at this wide receiver core and said, you're as good as your third wide receiver, basically, and our third wide receiver pretty doggone good right now. I give Geronimo Allison a thumbs up. I completely agree. I think he could have a very big game because I really think it's an outside chance that Jordy can go. I really do, and we're going to need him. And Louis says he's like Donald Driver. A lot of people equate him to Donald Driver. I don't see it. He's so tall and long. Donald Driver was so compact. Donald Driver was a Olympic level high jumper. So I don't see it, but hey, as long as he's catching balls and smiling, it's cool for me. Giselle, or anything about Leon Hall getting fined and penalized? No, I have not. Haven't heard anything. But we'll check into that. This is a Cowboys team that has had its struggles. The whole Randy Gregory thing has been really interesting, and frankly, this defense is vulnerable. I swear, this Packers offense. The Cowboys have to look at this game and know that number one, 30 is a lot of points, but they scored 30 last time around. They may need to score more than that to win this game. And Matt is mentioning Jared Cook. Jared Cook is another difference that I should have mentioned, so thank you for mentioning that, because absolutely. What is this Cowboys defense going to do? We are enough of a headache. Look at how frustrated we made a Giants defense, a fantastic defense. They were so frustrated that some of their guys were punching holes in the wall after Aaron Rodgers just ripped them a new one. Apparently, they tore up the plane on the way home, just trashed it. And the Cowboys cannot field that kind of defense. Marinelli's going to do everything he can, but we've got an opportunity to really score some points in this game. This could be our highest scoring game of the year in the playoffs when it matters against a very, very good team. And I think this is the time. This is when we need it. Yeah, Derek's mentioning that they trashed the airplane. We frustrated a very good defense, and they had a very good game plan too. Guys, we were out-coached in the first half. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, their defensive game plan was exactly what you have to do. The Vikings did the same thing early in the season, week 2. They were able to collapse the pocket slowly and keep Aaron Rodgers within the pocket. The Cowboys are not going to be able to do that. And Aaron Rodgers' movement in the pocket in the initial meeting was exactly the same beautiful movement in the pocket that we've seen. Head up, forward, back, and then look for the escape if necessary. Difference is, and we had wide open receivers in that game too, but then when they were wide open and connected, they dropped the ball. And we got predictions coming already. It's hard to resist, I understand. Tammy says no more 3-and-outs, and it's a very good point, guys. One of the things that the Giants did against us, but this is something I think the Cowboys are going to struggle, is getting us into those 3rd and long situations. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers is as good as it gets at getting us out of those. But we are going to we want to stay in 3rd and manageable in this game. Means we are still going to have to mix in a bit of the run. We were able to run on the Cowboys defense. Let's check it out, guys. How many? Eddie Lacy with 17 rushes for 65 yards and a 25. Let me repeat that because I think it hitched. 17 rushes for 65 yards Eddie Lacy had in the initial meeting. I think he went out early in this game, but he had a long of 25. Guys, I'm telling you right now, And I think the way Mike McCarthy has taught, he has kept his eye on Christine Michael, and he's pretty high on the guy. This could very much be Christine Michael's game. This could be his game to show that he is ready to be the running back and carry this team along with Ty Montgomery, along with Aaron Ripkowski, all the way to Houston. Remember how James Starks came on? I mean, guys, we're going to need it, I think, in this game. Frank is calling for sweeps and screens. I don't really, I like sweeps and screens with Ty Montgomery, and I like, but I do like the quick pitch out with Michael, and I like the outside zone with Michael. And frankly, we can run him up the A-gap too. He hits it so fast, and our athletic linemen, but I love the comment because our linemen are so athletic. When we play outside, we were dominant. We were dominant with our offensive line's movement compared to their defense. We will destroy them. Then you add Aaron Ripkowski out there, lead blocking. That 22 personnel group could be highly successful. And what's another thing it does for us, guys? We know this. Manage the clock. Why don't we keep this offense off the field? They can't score when they're not on the field. And the point was well taken that manageable down and distance helps us extend drives. Extended drives help us handle the time of possession. Time of possession helps us when we score points, keeps their offense off the field. Jacob's saying, "Rip cow." I like that one. That's pretty good. And JB is saying the defense needs to force turnovers, guys. And we had a couple turnovers in this one. We had the swat from Julius Peppers that was intercepted by Joe Thomas. But we also had Dak Prescott drop the ball, and although they gave that one back to Dallas. But in that case was, again, we were not playing fundamentally sound. Had Prescott not dropped that ball, he was going to go for a long way. So again, yeah, we need to force these turnovers. You know, we can get those picks. He had the one interception. I think that was Joe's second of the season. Anybody got a thumbs up for me? I have a thought on this game, something that I just really think is going to happen. I think Clinton Dix gets at least one interception. I think he has a huge game. I think he has a game like a Nick Collins type game. I think he's a game changer in this game for some reason. I love how he plays all the time. But when gets going, turnovers for him can come in bunches. And I think he understands the situation as well because he's been here. You know, he was in that Seattle game. He knows what it feels like when you don't perform the way you need to. This whole team has enough veteran presence to understand that these opportunities don't come around every day. Now, for Packers fans, we are spoiled. Very spoiled. JB's got with 2 bold predictions coming in. If you got a bold prediction, go ahead and roll it up. Let's do those right now. We'll do them again, I'm sure, on Friday. But, you know, since I'm not taking predictions right now, got to do something. And we got Gary saying with me that, that Christine Michael can be the Starks. Can be the 2010, 2011 James Starks for us. And Jacob is still waiting. He's got a bold prediction, and he's carrying this one over. But the thing is, is it bold? Because you've been carrying it for a long time now, Jacob. But I would love to see it. He's got Clinton Dix, not just with a pick, but a pick 6. Here's the funny thing, guys. Now, you saw they interviewed after, which interception did he have? Was it a Chicago game? I can't remember. But it was a beautiful interception. But Clinton Dix, his run back was pretty terrible. And he got so much flack from the defense in the cut-up room over that return, all right? So they basically told him, just go down. We got Gregory from Belgium, hoping that Nelson plays. Yeah, we talked about that. But what I'm talking about today, in case you jumped on later, is that this team, Jordy Nelson only had 5 catches in the initial meeting, but he also had several drops. It was not a very good game for Jordy Nelson. We can beat these Cowboys without him. So, and I'm not saying I don't want him to play, but I want him to play only if he's healthy because I think we can beat him without him. And let's go ahead and let Jordy Nelson get healthy and come back on scene real fast. Get well soon, Jordy, of course. But Clinton Dix, he's going to have to clean up. The one thing when I compare him to Nick Collins, we got to see a return like Nick Collins had in Super Bowl 45. That was an unfreaking believable interception return for a touchdown in that game. I mean, I still replay that one play in my mind from time to time. It was a thing of beauty. Absolute thing of beauty. And if you know me, you know I'm big on safety play. I love to watch these guys play, and I love it when they get a chance to get an interception and take one to the house. So, all right. Rudy says, get real. I don't know what that's even referring to. Jordy also, yes, and Joe was mentioning Jordy fumbled the ball in the initial meeting week 6 as well. Just really wasn't quite in sync. We know that it took him a little bit of time to get, it wasn't that he wasn't healthy from the knee. It just took him a little bit of time for him and Rodgers to get back into sync. These things happen. And now, unfortunately, he's hurt due to an illegal hit that wasn't even called. MJ's got Morgan Burnett with an interception. I'm sure you'll get a lot of thumbs up for that. I can totally see that too. Burnett, this man, these guys. Gregory wants the shirt. All right, here you go, man. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got this at the pro shop. I got a couple of them at the pro shop. I don't have, they tend to be fairly expensive, but I like to buy something there when I can afford it. So I got a couple of them. Michael's got Clay Matthews is going to be a terror in this game. And I think so. I think they're going to struggle. I mean, again, this Cowboys vaunted offensive line, we gave them fits in the passing game. So that, again, goes back to stopping the run first. If we don't stop the run, Frank's got Nick Perry showing up. But, guys, if you're doing a bold prediction, no, I'm not a shareholder, Joe. I wish I was. If you're doing a bold prediction, it needs to be specific, guys. I need a number of sacks by these guys for a bold prediction. Hey, Alex. Yeah, I've got with one interception. A bolder prediction we have already, so we've got 2. So I guess I'll pass mine off at that point because I want the 2 anyway. What's up, Alex? I don't know if I already. Joe is here, 4 turnovers, and I got to go down the list because it's moving. Got to stop the run, yeah. Tim Welsh has a bold prediction for you, and I'm sure we can get some thumbs up for this one, with Peppers with a pick 6. Billy's got Peppers with a strip sack recovered for a touchdown. All right, so deep in their own territory. Julius gets there. Yeah, this team has an opportunity. If our defense turns it up a little bit and plays fundamentally sound, I think the opportunity is there for offense to score a lot of points. I just think it's laying in front of us. It's right there in front of us, guys. Jacob says Micah Hyde gets a pick. Billy, I don't know if you saw, but I read off how many views your little live video from the bus had. It was like 12,685 views or something like that. Well done, my friend. The Go Pack Go chant, I think, just got everybody. That was freaking awesome. I loved it. Guys, we got another big one ahead. Justin's got Clay with a pick 6. That's a bold prediction. Catches it this time. Yeah, that's right. We got a big game coming up. We're going to be talking about it all week. I'm still putting together this tailgating video. Want to get that out to you probably on Friday if I can. Rudy's here. What is Rudy up to? It's great. We've had some awesome trolls lately. Yesterday, I didn't even see a word he said, to be honest. But I just smack talk, Say one word in French. Fermez la porte! S'il vous plaît, fermez la porte. That's what my dad used to always say to me. Because I always, I was apparently born in a barn. And then fermez la bouche, he would say to me from time to time as well. So, that's more than one word, so that's a value-added experience, I hope, for you there, Gregory. Stick around, keep watching the show. We're on the same time, same pack place, just about every day. I don't do them on Saturdays, generally speaking. Mike is late. We're closing up the show with bold predictions, Mike. Ryan is asking, what are my predictions for the game? I got to hold off. I know I got off. But we're going to continue, and I'll start. We've talked about the initial meeting. I've talked about where I think the Cowboys are vulnerable. I've talked about what I think this defense needs to clean up in this game. All right, we got a bold prediction. Demarius Randall, 2 interceptions in the end zone to save points. And Randall has shown he can do that, obviously. Most recent game. A lot of people down on Randall. I'm happy if he can come back and be healthy. If he can get healthier, that would be important. All right, guys, in the initial meeting, Dak Prescott was 18 of 27 for 247 yards and 3 touchdowns. Okay, guys, Aaron Rodgers can put up 4 and 5 on anyone in the business. Dak had the 1 interception tipped away from him by Julius Peppers. Aaron Rodgers, 31 of 42 in this game for only 294 yards. Only. It's almost 300 yards. The only part was he had only the 1 touchdown, and he did have the interception in this game. Guys, anybody think that that's going to be a little different story in the next meeting against the Cowboys? And it was all to do with our offensive game play. It had nothing. There was no pressure. Rodgers had time. When he was under pressure, there was always an escape valve. There was always a place to escape to. We just didn't play well offensively. Ty Montgomery had 10 catches for 98 yards in this game, folks. He's going to be another big factor. I'd like to see him split him out, put him in the slot a few times in this game. Jordy Nelson with the 5 catches for 68 yards. But again, this was not Jordy Nelson's finest hour, folks. If you remember that game, he had the drop. He had the catch fumble where he turned, and it was kind of a little bit controversial as to whether he caught it in the first place. But either way, it was not. Several drops. Randall Cobb, 7 catches for 53 yards in this game. He's going to have more, I think, in the upcoming game on Sunday. Jeff Janis with 2 for 14. Richard Rodgers with 2 for 15. Richard Rodgers with another big drop in this game. And guess what, guys? We got a guy named Jared Cook that's coming on strong. And I forget who it was that got on here before the Giants game. I guess it was a Giants troll. I can't remember his name because it's, not important. Talking about how average and whatever Jared Cook was, whoever they were, ate their words in the game against the Giants. Jared Cook has been money. We've needed him to move the chains. He's moved the chains. Cowboys are going to be vulnerable to Jared Cook. We have so many weapons. It's going to be a headache for this Cowboys, and it's going to be a headache that starts long before the game begins, and it goes all the way through this game from start to finish. We need a fast start in this game. Justin's got a thumbs up for Cook. Heather says he'll be a beast. Absolutely agree, Heather. Yep, without a doubt, I think. And this is the thing, is we say he'll be a beast, and we don't need Jared Cook to make 10 catches. He can be a beast just by when we need to move the chains. And look at. Okay, laugh this one up with me, please, guys, because did you not see just how tired, how deflated, how dejected, and how disenfranchised the Giants' defensive backfield looked in this game? This is the best defensive backfield in the NFL right now. It's not the Seahawks. It's the Giants. And we absolutely destroyed that. There was nothing they could do. Aaron Rodgers was unstoppable, and there was no answer to all the headaches. All you can do is move the first down around the field. That's all defenses can do right now, is move the place the first down is going to come from around the field, and then hope you don't get hit with a shot play on the outside. By the way, initial meeting, week 6, Aaron Rodgers missed 2 shot plays. And with or without DRC, that's the best defensive backfield we're going to run into, period, for the rest of the season. AFC, NFC. We can take care of business against anyone. We can score these points. We should average 30 points. And when we go back, I'll do the math, because in the playoffs, and maybe on this run the table. We should, and we've known since training camp, we've said, this is an offense that should average 30 points. We've done it in the past, we should be doing it now. Now we're finally showing what we can do. And all defenses are going to do is move the first down around the field. That's the problem that they're running into. You can't man up everybody, and you need help. This is a quandary. This is a quandary. Now, if we start running the ball, if we can run the ball effectively, wow. Don't think you even play football. Don't think you even say grammar good. Yeah. I love that. If you listen to my show, you'd know the answer to that already. Somebody smacked that. Yeah, that guy might get banned real fast. Well, penalty play, no, Nick. He got released. Bubba could block. Cook could not so much. Thomas Cook gets his nose in. He's not the best blocker, but he is unafraid. He especially downfield. He's active downfield. Yeah, Marley. Wynn Davis is here. Good to see you. Yeah, we're filling in. Cook is the X factor. I agree. Hey, Justin and anybody else out there, throw up a thumbs up. Is anybody ready for Cook to get that TD catch? I mean, what a red zone threat he can be. He had the one that was just like, if I remember right, thrown a little bit behind him and he dropped it. And right after that, Richard Rodgers catches a touchdown. And kind of, he had his chance, I want freaking Jared Cook to become a red zone threat, and this game would be a great game for it to start. Kurt's got some love for Ryan and Blake Martinez. We're going to need Martinez to be healthy. We're going to need his speed in this game. We're going to need to maintain gap soundness in this game. We know that they're going to get a push from time to time. It's a good offensive line. They're going to want to run the ball. We've got to start fast. And defense, we got to stop the run. All right. Ray's got a bold prediction. Cook with 4 TDs in this game. All right. I will take it. However we get them. Because I think Randall Cobb gets 2. All right, folks. Well, guys, I have taken enough of your time today. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate you jumping on the show. If you want to follow it, just click there and make sure you're following the show, and then your notifications will show when I go live. Generally speaking, I do so at 9 Central every morning, except Saturday, but then it's the playoffs, so I go on before the games. I usually go on with the alternative halftime show because we just basically go around the room and we'll talk a little bit about the stats real quick. Get everybody's sort of thoughts at halftime. At halftime, guys, we need to be, I think, in double digits at halftime. We cannot do what we did against the Cowboys first time around, only scoring 6 points in the first half. We've seen this. Now, one of the things that we've still seen out of this offense is this tale of two halves kind of a thing. We'll play one half great. We'll either start out fast and then we'll make adjustments and turn into a conservative team in the second half. Or we'll start out and the teams will have us figured out. We'll make adjustments and we'll come on strong in the second half. We need that. Again, we're going right back to 4 quarters of football, 3 phases of the game. Another opportunity, guys. One thing that was highly successful in the initial meeting, week 6 against the Cowboys, was our special teams, folks. And we saw our special teams turn it on against the Giants. We got to turn it up another notch. And then, like Josh says, we will finish strong. Not only in this game, but in this season. We will continue on. If we can, 3 phases of the game, 4 quarters of football, this team can freaking get it done. All right? All right, Jason is calling for some good special teams play as well. I'm going to let you go for today. I got a little different setup today, which I like, but it makes it hard to reach the finish button, so maybe I should just keep going all day long. Nah. We can talk about the Packers all day, but we won't. As for me, I will see you again, same pack time, same pack place tomorrow. And guys, it's going to be Wednesday. We're getting there. I know it's going to be a long week, but it's going to come to a close with a big Packer win against the Cowboys. Have a great day. Love you all. Talk to you later. Go Pack.